dream cars. We all have one, if not more than one. Whether it's a beautifully contoured Italian exotic, a viciously uncontrollable muscle car, or even just a special trim option on what would normally be an economy car, there's a piece of automotive engineering out there for all of us that persistently follows us in our fantasies. And for some of us, we're lucky enough for our dream to turn into reality. But just because you can buy your dream car, does that really mean you should? That's a question that gets tossed around a bit in the car community. And some of you may think that it's a ridiculous question, like, why wouldn't you? But I can tell you from first-hand experience that this is indeed a serious question. It's one that should be asked. And I'm going to tell you why, and what the answer is. I'm Devin from RoadTripCentral, and this is my Mitsubishi Lancer Evolution 10, also known as the Evo. The Evo has been my dream car for years, ever since I first got to ride in one as a teenager. And I admit it's not quite like having a Lamborghini as your dream car, but to give you some perspective, this is the only car that I have been 100% determined to own. Yes, there are dozens, if not hundreds of other cars that I would love to own someday, but that list gradually changes over the years, and the Evo has been the only constant, the only one that I had to have. And here it is. For those of you that have been watching my channel for a bit, I do want to let you know that I do still have the Focus ST. The ST is my daily driver, it's my reliable car that's still fun to drive. This, on the other hand, well, let me tell you a little bit about it. Not only have I always wanted to have an Evo, I've always wanted to own a fairly modified one. They come pretty quick from the factory at about 300 horsepower, so I didn't want to have to do anything too crazy to it. Maybe just get it up to about 400 horsepower at the wheels. Well, I did buy one with a bit more than that. This one actually has 500 wheel horsepower, and if you're curious to know more about the build, just check the video description below. I'll have it listed there. Let's be honest, this isn't a show car, and I'm not going to pretend that it is. There's about a billion things that I could do to improve how it looks both on the inside and the outside, as well as ways that I could improve the performance and reliability. And those are goals that I'm going to be working on over time. But in the meantime, I will still be driving it. So now that I've bought my dream car, how would I answer that big question? Should I have bought it? Do I regret it? There's a quote out there that goes something like this: you should never meet your heroes. And I recall Top Gear referencing that when they reviewed some of their childhood dream cars, such as the Lamborghini Countach or the Ferrari F40. When you meet your hero, or a dream car in this example, you'll see them for what they are in reality. You can marvel in their magnificence, but given enough time, you'll start to notice their qualities that may be a little less pleasant. You'll find their flaws, and that stands a good chance at ruining your perception of them and what you've dreamt them to be for all of those years. Believe me, I know that the Evo has flaws, and not just my Evo either. I already knew about the cosmetic and mechanical issues that this car had before I bought it, but I've learned about some of the ways that all Evos fall short in a variety of ways. The interior quality, for example. And I'm not normally one to judge a car for having a less than stellar interior, but something like this. This looks kind of like a mess. But I guess that could just be my car. Okay, this part here. It's the bit that looks a little bit like carbon fiber, but just not quite. It looks, it feels, it sounds just kind of cheap. And that's unfortunate to me. I do love other parts of the interior. I love the Recaro leather seats, the sunroof, the Rockford Fosgate sound system. But apart from those, the general feel that I get from the inside of the car is just kind of meh. Ultimately though, these issues don't make me regret buying the car, because for the most part, I bought this car for how it performs. I absolutely love how this car drives. Between the advanced all-wheel drive system that all Evos have and this built 2-liter turbocharged engine, this thing is a rocket. And even though the exhaust is a bit loud, a bit too loud for my liking, I can still hear the intense whoosh of the turbo, followed by that glorious blow-off valve noise. Speaking of turbochargers, this one's rather large. I actually selected these license plates in reference to just how much turbo lag it has. You step on the gas, you invite the turbo to the party, and then you wait, and you wait, and you wait just a bit more, so long that you're just about to give up, and then the turbo smashes through the door with a keg full of boost and good times under its arm. I know it could be faster if I did no lift shifts or if it were automatic, but it's not quite supercar fast, but holy cow. It will be exhilarating to drive every single time you drive it. I should probably slow down before I break something. So, my dream car performs where I think that it counts. It does have its issues, but is it really reasonable to expect any car to be completely devoid of flaws? I mean, even a car that's in perfect mechanical and cosmetic condition will have something, some little issue or quirk that you just can't get 100% on board with. And so the question still stands. Should you buy your dream car or not? Given my experience with my own dream car, with all of my grievances and all of my praises for the car, whether they're deserved or not, I have the answer to that question. Yes. Yes, you should buy your dream car. Assuming, of course, that you are financially ready for it. You should take your chances and invest in a car that you're actually passionate about. Because if you never do, you're always going to wonder what it would have been like if you had. Thank you so much for watching. Hit that like button and subscribe to Road Trip Central for other car videos. Also, feel free to check out our other material on Instagram, Facebook, and for our VIP supporters, Patreon. I'll see you guys next time.